you live in Littleton, Colorado, or you're thinking about moving here, I'm breaking down what the real estate market looked like in December 2025 for single family homes across all price points. I didn't narrow this down, so you're getting a big picture look at what's really happening locally. Stick around to the end because I'll be sharing a few opportunities most people don't notice that could really matter if you're thinking about buying or selling. Now, let's take a high level look at the market. In December, Littleton, Colorado had 1.8 months of housing supply. If you're not familiar with this stat, months of supply refers to how long it would take to sell all the homes currently on the market, based on the current pace of sales. New listings in Littleton went down from November from 101 to 68. As stated before, 4 to 6 months of inventory is considered a balanced market. So how does December compare to the previous month? We're down quite a bit from 2.8 months supply in November, which isn't surprising as we moved into the holiday season when less listings typically hit the market. That decrease doesn't necessarily signal a major market shift yet. It is pretty consistent with seasonal trends that we expect this time of year. The median home sales price in Littleton currently sits at $694,000. But keep in mind, that's a median across all neighborhoods. That number is up compared to December 2024 at $688,000 and down compared to $697,000 in November of 25. However, the median list price is higher overall, but in my opinion, the slight decrease could be a result of the overall drop in inventory and not much movement in interest rates in the late fall, which is causing houses to sit a little longer. What we can tell is that Littleton prices are staying stable. Next up, let's talk about the average list to sale price ratio, which came in at 99.48% in December. That means on average, homes in Littleton sold for almost exactly what they were listed for. It is down slightly from the previous month at 98.58% and 98.9% this time last year. Now, it's important to remember that this number is heavily influenced by the pricing strategy that sellers use. While some people might interpret this as the market softening, what it really suggests is that sellers are listing higher and accepting offers for less. You might be wondering, how long is it taking homes to sell right now? In December, the average days on market in Littleton was 66 days. That is longer than November when it took about 52 days and slightly up from 63 this time last year. So if you're thinking about selling, be prepared for it to take a little bit longer than it has in the past. And we're starting to see some momentum build now that the interest rates are slightly lower than they were last summer. Whether this shift is part of a larger market trend or just seasonal movement, we will get a clearer picture as we head deeper into the start of spring. If you're thinking about buying, either now or in the near future, interest rates are currently ranging between 5.6 and 6.2%, depending on whether you choose a fixed or variable rate, what loan type, and whether you're working with a traditional bank or an alternative lender. These haven't moved much at all over the last few months. To sum it up, when you look at Littleton's December market stats, it might seem like things are starting to go down, but in my opinion, December is typically a month with lower inventory and home prices. However, the buyer demand is down, which naturally puts pressure on prices to decrease. One thing we are seeing is more seller concessions. Sellers are helping buyers with closing costs or buying their rate down, which is up 5% from last year. One key thing to remember is that macro level stats do not tell the full story, especially in the Denver metro area. What's happening in Littleton is totally different from what's happening in other parts of the metro. And even within Littleton, micro markets vary greatly. For example, pricing trends differ between single family homes and townhomes or condos. And your experience will vary depending on the neighborhood. We're not seeing this crazy bidding wars like in previous years, but some homes in certain areas are still getting multiple offers and only on the market a few days. But it's definitely not the same as we saw a few years ago. At the end of the day, whether you're buying or selling, your situation is completely unique and broad market stats only tell a part of the story. What really matters is how the market impacts you. If you're curious about what the numbers mean for your goals, I'm always happy to offer a free, no obligation market eval or simply have an honest, pressure-free conversation about your options. I'll always give you real insights so you can make decisions that align with your timeline and your priorities. If that feels helpful, you can click the link in this video to get started. And if now isn't the right time, no worries. Feel free to explore my other videos, and I'll see you back here next month with another local market update.